Right, training girls are starting in the hill.
Nikki, Di, Jess, Shannon, and Jess again.
Hey guys, it is Emma and Amanda here from Train with the Girls, coming to talk to you today about supplements and basically just talking about, do you really need them? And the answer pretty much is simple, and it's something that I think you can find quite frequently is people saying that supplements do exactly what they're called. They supplement your diet.
Yeah. The amount of girls that we speak to that when we ask if they're taking supplements give us a list like this long, and then when we ask what they're actually eating and their diet is shit.
Yeah.
Unnecessary. Not to mention subs are actually quite expensive. However, they do have their place, and if used correctly, they are really effective in helping fast track get you to your goals. The core of it is fix your diet first. Fix your diet before you start looking at supplements. Like, that is step 1. Supplements is step 3.
Yeah. Definitely. And I think like we have a lot of our girls, I think fat burners is always a question, at least in the Townsville boot camp. I run the Townsville one, Amanda runs the Brisbane one. And my Townsville girls, quite a few of them have asked me, like, should I get this fat burner? Will this help me lose fat? What's your opinion on this fat burner? And to be honest, I would not personally buy fat burner if I was expecting to just change nothing else and that sort of makes you drop weight. I think that a lot of people, particularly OxyShred, and I know that this might be a bit controversial or whatever, but OxyShred, the way I think it is marketed, is sort of towards you take this and like it's going to increase your metabolism. Like, I think it might even say that on the description, possibly. Something like that, and it says that like basically, what's it called where you're not as hungry? Like
Appetite suppressant.
Yeah, like it's an appetite suppressant and stuff like that. Now the thing is, you can take that and it has ingredients in it that are fat burning properties. But the thing is, they're just fat burning properties and they're gonna make a small percentage difference. And like, that's cool if you're doing the work. Like, why not take it if you do want to spend the money to get that extra little bit of help, but just don't expect to not change anything and all of a sudden start losing half a kilo, a kilo a week.
The issue stems when people are having pizza for dinner, skipping breakfast, but they're like, but you know what, I'm taking my fat burner or my OxyShred and it's just gonna strip the fat off me. It doesn't work like that. The foundations of your body is you're looking at calories in versus calories out, which brings you back to diet. Diet's what you've got to fix, and then supplements help supplement your diet.
Yeah. So, moving on from that, I just want to
bringing you back to fat burners though.
Okay, yep.
And it is not pro-fat. I actually do like taking fat burners, and I take them not because I think that I'm going to wake up in the morning and be like, whoa. It's a lot of the fat burners actually have thermogenic properties, which means if you're taking them before you train, you heat up more. Your heart rate's a little bit higher, so then in your sessions you actually do burn more calories because your heart rate is more elevated. So that's where I like the feeling. I like walking out of the gym like dripping sweat and feeling like I'm melting. Like, I enjoy that, so I take it for those reasons, which is another, again, like where it sort of comes into it.
Yeah, like there's a genuine reason for taking it. And I wouldn't say I'm against fat burners. I just know how much they are marketed towards people thinking that you can just take them and it's just gonna happen. And I just don't want my clients to get misled.
Oh no, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, did you have anything else to say about fat burners?
Not about fat burners.
So moving on from fat burners, just want to touch on that because I do get so many questions about it. We thought we would talk about the 3 main supplements that we use the most, why we use them, how we use them, and the benefits of using them.
Yes, and fat burners is not actually in either of our top 3.
No.
But that is because, so what would you say number 1 is? So number 1, to be honest, my number 1's protein.
Really?
Yeah. As much as I do love caffeine in a pre-workout, protein for me, keeping my protein intake up. I do have quite a high protein diet, so it is a lot to eat to be still being mindful of your carb and fat macros to hit your protein. I find it a really effective supplement. Again, supplement because I still eat meat, I eat eggs, I eat other sources of protein, but it helps supplement my protein intake. So, and it's delicious.
And I think one thing, bringing it back to the absolute basics of protein, is a lot of people who don't really know much about supplements or they're just getting into the fitness industry, is they think that you take protein to gain muscle. Now, you do take protein to gain muscle, but the thing is, it's not like you drink a scoop of this protein and your muscle goes, woo, let's grow. It would be nice. But the reason you drink protein to grow muscle is because you need enough protein in your diet for your muscles to grow. So it helps to build your muscles. If you're not intaking enough protein during your day, then your muscles are not able to grow. So this is just another form of getting in protein. If you get enough protein from your chicken and whatever your protein sources are, you don't have to have this. But
you don't need it at all if you're getting enough protein. But to be honest, like
I personally love protein because
mixing in delicious caramel banana protein that we've got in front of us here into my oats of a morning is like yay.
And personally, I have a major sweet tooth, so it's extremely handy, especially when, say, I am doing a cut and my macros are getting lower. It means that I can have something sweet that helps me with my cravings, but it's a part of my protein source, which can be one of my higher macronutrient numbers towards the end of a cut, especially.
Yeah. So that's protein. So again, handy, but used to supplement an already wholesome, healthy diet.
And women, don't be scared of taking this. Like, this isn't gonna make you bulky, promise. No. Promise,
only,
you will not accidentally get bulky.
No,
so don't stress.
only.
So
second, maybe
for me would be aminos.
Aminos. Okay, I'll probably go
Pre-workout.
but it is a close second. So pre-workout. Again, optional. And some people prefer to just have a cup of coffee before they train, but I find it really effective, especially if I haven't had a chance to eat yet today, and I'm training in the mornings and I'm usually tired because I'm tired most of the time. I find it's more of a mental pick-me-up, and having that mental pick-me-up, that helps me train more effectively because I'm not feeling as lethargic.
Yeah. That's the exact same as me. The only reason I take pre-workout pretty much is for the caffeine that's in it. Personally, I don't really, like having a coffee to me is more like relaxing, and like it does pick me up for the day, but it's not really like, yeah, let's go train for a session. Whereas like having a sweet pre-workout for me is sort of something that mentally gets me in the game.
And talking about coffee, I guess, like caffeine content, so using this one for example, which is Outlaw by Outlast Nutrition, which is pretty standard. It's got 300 milligrams of caffeine. So your standard cup of coffee is about 100 to 120. So this is the strength of 2 to 3 coffees, which is why you don't want to take pre-workout multiple times a day because you will actually make yourself sick.
I've done that.
I've done it too.
Yeah.
So
learn the hard way.
Again, something to be mindful of. If you are training more than once a day, don't just keep jacking yourself with pre-workout.
No.
Yeah, and like they do have other properties in them. They have got your beta-alanine in them and your pre-workout.
Which is probably one of the other most beneficial ingredients of a pre-workout, and that's what makes you feel tingly. So many people say to me, oh, I just hate the pre-workout where I feel tingly. But I used to be the same, and then when I learned that there was benefits to the tingles and there was reasons, like the ingredient that was giving you those tingles gave you benefits.
The first time I gave my dad pre-workout and he got the tingles, he thought he was having an allergic reaction.
Yeah, like when
I don't get tingles from it though.
I get hectic tingles. Yes.
No, I don't anymore. But yeah, so that is the other benefit, is the beta-alanine content in the pre-workouts. And then we'll bring you to lucky number 3.
Yeah, so that's your amino. So you will have probably heard of BCAAs or BCAAs.
Which
BCAAs. which is branched chain aminos. And this is EAAs.
Essential amino acids.
Yeah. So basically, you will find essential amino acids are a bit more expensive, but they are more beneficial, and it has been scientifically proven. Personally, now that I know that, I always take EAAs
I add my EAAs to my BCAAs because usually there's a lot more flavors in BCAAs and they tend to taste a lot better, to be honest.
So EAAs and BCAAs are, for one, they promote recovery, so you'll be less sore and your soreness won't last as long.
One of the really good benefits of taking amino acids is they're essentially the building blocks of protein. So we spoke before about the importance of having protein to build muscle, but protein is actually made up of amino acids. So we're just gonna break that one down a little bit for you guys. The way I tend to explain it to the girls is when you have a training session, it's like going through a house with a sledgehammer. So you are breaking down muscle fibers, you're tearing muscle fibers, you're doing damage, but like good ways. And when those fibers rebuild, they get stronger, and that's how you gain strength and you increase your muscle mass. So your aminos are basically your building blocks to rebuild your muscles, which comes down to when you feel sore the next day, that is from those fibers and all of the little micro tears. So the answer, if you're thinking, should I train when I'm sore? The answer is no, because you actually need to let them grow back together to get stronger, otherwise you just keep breaking them and they get weaker. But basically your aminos are giving you those readily available materials to rebuild. When you are training fasted, which there isn't anything wrong with training fasted.
No, some people prefer it.
Some people spew when they train with food in their stomach. Like ideally, I prefer training an hour or two after I've eaten, but if you're training quite early in the morning, nobody wants to get up that early just to eat, to wait, to train. So taking amino acids basically provides a buffer so that if you haven't got the carb sources there and your body isn't using carbs or fat as fuel, you don't want it to start breaking down your muscle that you've worked so hard for to use that as energy. So having the amino acids in your body will break those down and use them for energy before breaking down your muscles. So it essentially like protects your muscle mass while you're training, which if you're training fasted is a really good addition to add into your sup range.
Yeah.
And they taste delicious, and you can freeze them and make ice blocks, which again comes down to, for those of you with a sweet tooth, it's pretty close to 0 calorie. I think technically it's usually like about 5 or 6 maybe. So next to
0.2.
There you go, next to no calorie, and you can get delicious flavors. I've got this strawberry daiquiri one at the moment, which is, and you can freeze them and make ice blocks. So again, it comes down to getting supplements that supplement your lifestyle and your goals, but you're not relying on them.
They're supplementing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Your routine.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there are top 3: protein, aminos, pre-workout, and the benefits, I guess, that they have. And to just really highlight to you girls, they are supplements to supplement, not to rely on.
Yeah. So just quickly to end this video, we do get all of our supplements from Onpoint Nutrition, which is an online store. And basically, if you want to get, is it 15% off?
Yeah, it is.
Then you can enter a code, which is TWTG, and that will give you 15% off your entire order. So Trudy, she owns the store, and we love supporting her because she is basically a major boss babe. She has an amazing rig on her.
Yes, she does.
And basically, she is just so knowledgeable. She looks after us very well, so we like to give her a bit of a shout out.
We're by no means claiming to be any kind of supplement experts. We're merely just sharing with you our opinions and I guess what we've learned so far from our experience taking sups. But if you do want more info and like that extra layer of knowledge, hit up Trudy. We'll pop their links down below.
Yeah.
Get those answers. Any questions, pop them below. Trudy will be seeing this video, seeing the stream, so she can jump on and answer them for you. She has an awesome knowledge base on this.
Hope this is something that has helped you guys and you've taken something from it. And we will talk to you guys in the next video.